All right, we're in the inside, the firebox of the chimney that I was pointing out didn't have a cap at some point in time. And before I even went up there, I came in here and looked at this. I could tell there was something going on with the top side. Now, if you're a homeowner and you are looking at, this is your firebox, wherever your wood is, where you put your wood or your gas logs or your gas line, this is called your firebox. These are refractory cement. This refractory cement joints with fire brick. And that's the way these things are built. And then you have a gas line. This is a left-hand installation gas line where probably 90% of all gas lines come in through the right-hand side, but that's only pertinent if you're getting a gas log set that is a right-hand connection situation. Then you have to get an additional connection hose. Some of the ways you can tell you've got a water issue without even going up to the top of your fireplace or your chimney is if you see streaking in your back wall. This is streaking. That's signs of water damage. If you see mortar erosion, like this joint here, let's see if we get a light on it. This joint here, you get a lot of mortar erosion on various joints. Now, if this refractory patch wasn't there, you'd have mortar joint erosion on that. That would tell you you've got a water problem. The streaking once again, but also the other thing is, if you look on the side here, see how crisp the bricks look themselves? And you look on this back side, you see how blotchy they look? That sign, these refractory bricks, they absorb a lot of water. And as that water slowly wicks out of them, it leaves this telltale blotchiness. That's a sign that you're getting water in from some avenue, either from the top, from not having a cap, having a masonry crown problem, or maybe even a backsplash on your weep holes down below. But your fireplace is actually telling you got something going on. So be aware of that. And if you're seeing anything like that, the quicker you get it fixed, the cheaper it'll be on you. The longer you wait, something that can be fixed for a couple $100s can turn into $1,000 or a couple $1,000. So be aware of that. Also, on this particular firebox, when we'll move in, I haven't cleaned it yet. Maybe I should have filmed after cleaning, but a couple other things to be aware of. In the corners in here, I'm showing, I'm trying to get the light here. I'm showing behind the facial brick of the fireplace. Facial brick is if you're in your living room and you're looking directly at your fireplace up above, that's your facial brick. Where your your fire bricks meet the facial brick, it should be continuous. It should be sealed. And what they did at some point in time is they packed this with fire cloth, and they packed the joints, which is fine. Fire cloth, typically an inch of fire cloth is rated for 3 inches of clearance. So that looks good. Getting some downdraft on this fireplace as I'm in here. The damper housing and everything has a sheen of rust on it, but that's not surprising. The house has got to be 40 years old. Damper mechanism is working. Damper plate is working. So all in all, this is, considering how old the house is actually in pretty good shape. But little things to be aware of, like if you have any gaps, they have to be packed. Wherever the fire goes, it has to be completely sealed so for clearances that don't allow any type of pathways to a combustible material. So be aware of that. They also packed where the pipe came out here. See if you can see that. Not a great job on that, because they probably too big of a hole for what they used, and it's starting to crack up on that. So I mean, they did an attempt, but it is what it is. Some of the other joints where the facial brick meet the fire brick, you got some gaps on that. Yes, you can see things like that should probably be packed too. Anyways, we'll move on to the next step.